Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Gospel Station Sports and Talk in the Gospel Station Sports and Spirit. We're live here on YouTube at Tuttle High School in Tuttle, Oklahoma, obviously, for a rivalry matchup tonight. 12 minutes on the pregame clock as two tough volleyball schools meet up on the home floor of the Tigers for the third time this season. Not in Tuttle, but the third time these two teams have matched up at all, which is crazy to say only a couple of weeks into the season. These two teams play each other a lot. This is the Blake Nightingale pregame show. Blake Nightingale is your local State Farm insurance agent up at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Open 8:30 to 5. You can call 405-728-1313 for Blake. And shout out to Blake Nightingale, by the way. He was with us Wednesday on that not coaches show, but OU football show we did out at the Interurban for 2 hours. By the way, you should go rewatch that. We had some good conversation. So we love Blake Nightingale. We appreciate his support of the broadcast and of these high school athletics, and we're excited to get into this one tonight. Obviously, my name is Luke Young. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster for tonight. And I should have taken an allergy pill earlier today is what it feels like. But, hey, we're here. We're going to have a good broadcast, right? Our stream sponsors are Simplified Tech Solutions, Evans Hardware, Victory Mattress Outlet, and Trinity Endurance. Our scoreboard sponsor is always Ship It Sooner, which I'm still working on a way to put a scoreboard sponsor on this current scoreboard overlay. You know, we're working on it. But again, thanks to everybody who's tuning in on this one. We've been looking forward to this matchup all year long. As soon as I saw Tuttle High School on the volleyball schedule, I knew exactly where I needed to be. And I think that a lot of people around these parts felt the same way because they've got a pretty good crowd on both sides up here in the gymnasium back in Tuttle. I mean, to say that it's a headliner would be an understatement. Across all of Oklahoma, across all classes, volleyball, Tuttle versus Bethany is definitely top tier. I mean, there are not many teams, not many rivalries that end up better than when these two play. Tuttle got the best of Bethany the first two times they met this year out in Tulsa. The second time they beat them was actually in the championship game. Tuttle was able to win the Verdigris tournament over Bethany, going 2-0 against them. So Bethany's here looking for some revenge. Tuttle is here eyeing a 3-0 head-to-head record in the 2026 season. And if they don't meet again, it would be a season sweep of the Bethany Broncos. Now, whichever one you want to favor on that is up to your own personal opinions. I know I'm going with the Bethany Broncos here today, but again, Tuttle is a tough squad. Bethany got them last year. So far, Tuttle's got us this year. Who knows what could happen in game number 3 between these two teams. It's time for our Coyote Pond Keys to the Game as we kind of continue this pregame show here. Coyote Pond is at 5804 Northwest 63rd Street. Back in War Acres, Oklahoma, and here they are, your Coyote Pond Keys to the Game for August 25th, 2026. Limit the outside hitter. So, Tuttle is running with a few big seniors and some absolutely electric outside hitting. If Bethany wants to stand a chance later on in this game, they've got to find a way to limit the production from the outside. Our second key is clean defense, and that one always speaks for itself. You don't want to give free points away. You want to find your digs in the back line. You want to turn them into in-system quality possessions and quality swings for the Bethany offense. Our last key, though, is confidence. And maybe that one speaks for itself as well, but this team is really, really good when games go down to the wire. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we saw it on the first game of the season, and, of course, they had a really good showing out in Tulsa. But this team has won in straight sets. It's won in 5 sets. These girls know how to play the long game, and depending on who you ask, they might even have the advantage in a long game with their endurance and their skill and their trust in each other. But those are the Coyote Pond Keys to the Game. Thanks again to Coyote Pond back at 5804 Northwest 63rd Street. Call 405-470-7999 for Coyote Pond. They're the home of the $20 FFL transfer. Customers can also go to coyotepond.com to find out more about the store. So thanks again to Coyote Pond. As we continue our pregame show here out in Tuttle, Oklahoma, it is a nice, crisp, cool 102 degrees. down from 104 yesterday, which if you were out at like Southwestern Christian University soccer, you know just how bad of a scorcher that one was. But a 2-degree difference outside. I know these girls on both sides are more than happy to be playing inside the gym in the air conditioning. I actually have my personal fan out to my right, and food from Taco Mayo, by the way. That's another big shout out I got to give. With Tuttle football beginning this Friday, Taco Mayo is one of our favorite restaurants to eat out here in Tuttle at 101 East Main. They're right by the football stadium. General Manager Miss Inez is amazing. I got to stop by and visit with her today, and we talked sports for a little bit. We talked volleyball, we talked football, and she told me about a couple new specials that they have here at the Taco Mayo. So if you go by here, ask about Indian Taco Tuesday. For $6.39, you can get an Indian taco, and I got one when I stopped by, and let me tell you, it's worth it. That is so, so good. And they make the flatbread on it as they need it to ensure that it is fresh all day long. $6.39, Indian Taco Tuesday, right here. Man, like I said, I just can't say enough good things about Taco Mayo and Miss Inez. Call 405-381-3124. They're open until 11 p.m. tonight, so you can stop inside or head to the drive-thru, whatever you need. On our station update, the J.C. Cochran Memorial Festival 2026 edition is still live. We have now all 3 days of Bethany High School softball's trip up there, and what ended up being a very good tournament finish for the Lady Broncos. I think they took one loss in 3 days up in Cashion. So a good performance from our softball team, and they got back in the action today, I believe. I think they're actually at home versus Woodward or something like that. So we know softball is continuing their season here. We're excited to meet up with them a little bit later on. And I'll take this time to announce that we've got softball coming back on for a coaches show come Wednesday, tomorrow. So we invite you to tune into that. But speaking of coaches shows, I just keep thinking of more and more things to tell you about here because we got so much going on. The Bethany High Football Coaches Show is live on our main broadcast and Facebook. Go to the Gospel Station Sports and Talk Facebook page or go to live365.com and search the Gospel Station Network Sports and Talk, and that will take you to our main broadcast where you'll hear John Hickman and John Campbell sitting down with the Bethany High School football team for the first Coaches Show of the year. Like I said, that's happening actually right now. They are live currently. You've got 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go over there, listen to the Football Coaches Show, and then tune back in here for Bethany High Volleyball. You won't want to miss both, I know. So maybe if you have multiple devices, you can keep YouTube up on one with us, and you can have the Facebook and the Coaches Show up on the other. I wouldn't blame you because it's going to be good stuff from both. Thanks to Victory Mattress Outlet, by the way, who's the host of that football show. And then I think that's about it as far as update goes for the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Now, obviously, you can see on our scoreboard, Bethany is coming into this game 9-3, Tuttle 11-2. Both of them have matched up very well against district opponents, and especially conference opponents. Now, obviously, Tuttle is 2 out of the 3 losses that Bethany has taken on the season, but those have been in tournament, so they don't count against the district record, but it is a very big storyline here tonight. Tuttle has been maybe the only team that has, actually they are the only team that has consistently gotten Bethany in the early stages of the 2026 season. I know these girls, I know that one stings, I know it leaves a bad taste in their mouth after that Tulsa tournament. I think they're coming out here and really gunning for some revenge, but again, Tuttle is no slouch. They are no pushovers. It is not gonna be easy. Starting lineups are brought to you by John Campbell Health Markets. We don't have starters just yet, but once we do, I'll tell you more about John. First Serve is brought to you by C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street. They're longtime supporters of the Gospel Station Sports and Talk, a third-generation, family-owned outdoor shop back in Bethany. Call 405-789-8102. Replays are brought to you by Victory Mattress Outlet. I just mentioned they're hosting our football coaches show. They also sponsor our replays, 7101 Northwest Expressway in Suite 610. Open 12 to 5 on Sunday and 11 to 6 Monday through Saturday. Call 405-510-6988 for Victory Mattress Outlet. And remember that at Victory Mattress, your best night's sleep costs less. And finally, updates from around Bethany High and Class 4A are brought to you by Stan's Plumbing. Stan's Plumbing is at 7000 Northwest 63rd Street. Valet service in the dirty business. Call Stan's Plumbing 405-721-5100. That just about does it for all of our sponsors here. With 1:40 left in the pregame, this is once more the Blake Nightingale pregame show. My name is Luke Young. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster here tonight. The Bethany High Broncos, the Tuttle High Tigers, in a rivalry matchup for the ages. We'll see you on the other side of break as we meet our starting lineups. If you're looking for delicious meals for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, turn to El Cezanne Latin Grill in Bethany. Open from 8:30 to 10 every single day, there's no reason not to try out some amazing menu items like their French toast, enchiladas, quesadillas, and much more. Stop by 3640 North Rockwell Avenue and be helped by a friendly staff eager to serve you. With daily specials, a patio for outdoor dining, and even an event room for big gatherings, El Cezanne Latin Grill is the perfect spot to grab your next meal. Daily specials keep the flavors coming, and they even have special deals for local students of Bethany High, Southwestern Christian University, and Southern Nazarene University. Call 405-506-0891 today or stop by 6340 North Rockwell Avenue for a taste of deliciousness.
Hey everybody, my name is Cody, and I have the honor and privilege of being the pastor here at the Bridge Church. And I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you for everything you do for our community, but wanted to invite you to maybe attend one of our services. We have 2 service times at 9:30 and 11, and have opportunities for every generation, all the way from newborns all the way to senior adults. We just want to create a family fun environment for you so you can experience the love, joy, and peace of Jesus Christ.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there.
C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home of the $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with the selection of just about everything, with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999 and coyotepond.com.
Deliciousness in every bite. Blessed Cookies and Desserts at 4401 North MacArthur Boulevard, Suite C in Bethany and War Acres' favorite locally owned dessert store. With tasty treats like cheesecakes, cookies, and tres leches cakes. Blessed Cookies makes great gifts for both friends and family, or sweet treats for yourself. Blessed Cookies and Desserts, 4401 North MacArthur Boulevard, Suite C. Oklahoma City loves Blessed Cookies and Desserts. 405-503-3223. Blessed Cookies and Desserts.
And we welcome you back from break here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. National anthem just concluded, so it's time to go ahead and get into this game. They're going through lineups right now. Again, we're waiting on starters here. But I'll go ahead and tell you about John Campbell Health Markets as we bring you back. John Campbell is out in Yukon, but he serves all surrounding areas. For John, call 405-200-8414 and make sure you do call that number, because he travels. He'll get on the road to meet you where you're at and find health insurance that is tailored to your needs. dental, vision, he does it all. It doesn't matter. John Campbell Health Markets, also our color broadcaster for Bethany High football. They just went through the Bethany High lineup, or should I say roster, rather. So we just met our Bethany Broncos here. It's time to get to the Tuttle Tigers. And obviously, since it is Tuttle, they're going to have some pretty fancy pregame stuff. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can. Can you see that just a little bit? Is that up there? Yeah, look at that. All right, let's see this here. I'm excited. You got to shout out the Tuttle production team. They come up with some pretty cool ideas. I'm taking notes on songs in the meantime to use for the background of mine, by the way. Oh, that's nice. That's a cool shot. Walking out of the doors, bodyguards in the background. I like it. So Tuttle, to tell you a little bit more about this school, obviously one of the best athletic high schools in the state, arguably up there for the best. This team has had more than a few state champions across all their sports, but historically, wrestling, football have been two of the biggest. But volleyball has more than a couple appearances as well, as does softball, and last year, baseball won the state championship. They joined football as 4A state champions. So this team knows how to win. More than a little bit, they know how to win. And it shows, right? It shows. We always joke, look good, feel good, play good, but it shows in Tuttle High School. They do everything right. I mean, you won't find an area of athletics where they don't give max effort. So I just got to shout out Tuttle, give respect where it's due. Sean Brooks, the athletic director out here, and everybody that makes Tuttle game days happen, they do an incredible job. I know it's hard to see the pregame video here on our stream, but trust me, if you can find a way to watch that yourself, it's worth it, because that was pretty impressive. Even the Bethany girls have to laugh and cheer for that one. All right, so now they'll meet the Tuttle Tigers roster here. Again, a team gunning for a state championship. I'm excited to see what they bring. This is my first time watching them in person. I did not get to see their two matches against the Bronchos out in Tulsa. We couldn't make it out that far. So this is my first time seeing the Tuttle Tigers. I cannot wait to see what they bring out to the game tonight. Okay, so your Broncos are Gracie Geisler, Isla Thompson, Taylor Williams, Kennedy Palmer, Kayler King, Caitlin Thanshite, Kiara O'Hearn, Hannah Bergman, Samantha Stearman, Vivian Flinton, Emma Saylor, McGuire Fields, and Ava Gordon. Your Tuttle Tigers are number 1, Megan Williams, number 2, Haven Kuckenor, number 3, Lexi Hall, number 4, Riley Edgar, number 5, Emery Mulder, number 6, Marley Taylor, number 7, Avery Chastain, number 11, Taryn Flannery, number 13, Clara Lingle, number 17, Grayson Buck, number 22, Ella McDaniel, number 24, Brinley Warren, and number 25, Presley Owens. They just wrapped up the same time we did. That's your Tuttle Tigers roster. And now as the two teams meet under the net, it's time to get this game underway. Bethany versus Tuttle in a 4A rivalry right here on GSN Sports and Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in. Nothing goes up on the board, and it's game time. Again, if you're here, expect a long one. I don't see either team winning this one in straight sets. They're going to give each other a run for their monies. This is going to be a war of attrition all the way down to the final serve. First set is brought to you by Aloha Shave Ice and Coffee Shop at 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. Call 405-732-1898 for Aloha. And remember that you can take a little bit of sunshine home with you no matter the weather outside. If it's 102 like it is right now, you get some thunderstorms coming by like we did earlier last week, Aloha will be there for you to get you some of that great great shaved ice flavor. All right, so Bethany takes the court. Let's see our starting lineups. It's going to be number 7, Kennedy Palmer. Number 22, Emma Saylor. Number 18, Vivian Flinton. Up in the front row, you'll see number 14, Hannah Bergman. Number 13, Kiara O'Hearn. And our final, number 3, Isla Thompson. There we go. Got them all. And then on the Tuttle side of things, let's see if I can pick out their numbers real quick. I'm seeing number 7, Avery Chastain, who gets subbed off for their libero, number 6, Marley Taylor. I see it's like we'll get back to serve with number 17, Grayson Buck. Their numbers are different. I'll have to work on that. Anyways, first serve is up, and Bethany receives with Palmer. So we're underway. Bethany pushes it to the near side. They immediately go to Thompson, their leading attacker this season. Tuttle sends the ball deep into the back line. Here comes Bethany again. Back to number 3 on the near side. Thompson to the back middle of the floor. It's a tough ball near the net, and the officials are going to say that Bethany actually reaches over on that one to award the first point of the night to the Tuttle Tigers. So that's how Tuttle gets number 1. It's a 1-0 lead for the ladies in white and red. Here's the next serve. Low serve, but again, Palmer underneath. The set goes to the near side. Thompson wants one more, and off of the net, she's got her first kill. 1-1. She went up against 2 Tuttle defenders, was able to clip just enough of the net to take enough off of it, get some nasty spin. Good job by Isla Thompson. So Bethany's first serve of the night goes far down to the corner, and it's a little bit too far for Hannah Bergman, who gives one right back. 1-2. And if you've noticed that our picture is a little bit different, we're rolling with a new camera here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have our normal setup back soon. Oh, don't want that to happen. Next serve is up low, but Bergman's underneath, Palmer was underneath. Bethany gets a light roll over. There's a big swing by Tuttle, and that one will drop. Geisler couldn't get there on the dive. That was number 22, Ella McDaniel, who took the swing at that one, and she got a good fist on it. That's going to be tough to slow down for anybody. Next serve is up. That from number 5, Mulder, and it goes way too far. 3-2 as the point is given right back to the Broncos. Well, it wasn't one of our keys to the game today, but without a doubt, clean serves are always going to be a big part. I feel like I harp on that enough. Got to make clean serves. Don't want to give too many free points. That's number 14 on the swing, dug out by Palmer. Thompson sends the ball over, middle of the floor, doesn't get down. Tuttle continues, but an awkward ball into the net and no chance to get it over Saylor and Flinton. This game is tied up 3-3. Kiara O'Hearn back to serve for the Broncos, her second in a row. Sends one far to the opposing libero. It's received well. Attempted touch over the net. I don't know, folks, if that was intentional or not, but it didn't work out. 4-3, Bethany leads. O'Hearn continues the serve. Same spot on a fastball. Here's Tuttle, set near side. Outside hit is knocked up by Bergman. Flinton on the set, coming to the near side. Thompson goes deep, but just barely can't keep it in bounds. 4-4. And I had to hesitate on that one to see the official call because that one was close. Couldn't quite tell if it was going to hit antenna, if Tuttle was going to touch it, but it ends up going the Tigers' way. Low serve into the net. That gives it right back to the Broncos. 5-4, Bethany leads. Isla Thompson will be back to serve for the Broncos. Onto the floor steps number 30, McGuire Fields. You'll see her front of the net, left side. Thompson serve. Handled by Tuttle, but not well enough. As you see that one fall on the other side of the head official. 6-4. Bethany has worked a 2-point lead. Again, first set brought to you by Aloha Shave Ice and Coffee Shop. Ice in the veins of the Bethany Broncos. That's what they'll need here tonight. Maybe a little bit of Caster's curse right there. It goes back the other way on a bad serve, 6-5. Thompson just couldn't quite get enough air under it. But Bethany maintains a 1-point lead. Tuttle's got a pretty good response out here from the student section. That side of the stands are packed. Serve comes over, Thompson underneath. Bergman on the set, wants it near side, looking for Fields. Light touch, knocked at the net, and Tuttle keeps it alive. Setter dumped to Thompson, she's there. Bergman the set for Saylor. Saylor throws it down, but a good save on the other side. Tuttle comes back from the near side, and their swing is going to be well out by the Bethany bench. It was last touched by a purple jersey, so it's 6-6 here in set number 1. Tuttle looking to retake the lead. And they won't find it with that one. I'll take that, commentator Skurs. I'll take that, Jinx. 7-6, Bethany on top. Number 18, Vivian Flinton back to serve. Flinton serves up. Goes near side, or excuse me, far side. You don't see that too much. Tuttle's struggling to get this over, and they're not going to find it. Well, I got to say, folks, you don't see many serves stay arm side from the righty on that far side, but they did just that. Great job by Flinton. Let's see if she tries it again. 18's run. She'll go middle, and it's another ace for Flinton. Tag that onto the season total, 9-6. That one clips the top of the net and falls right in the middle of the floor. Flinton continuing to do some good work. Serves up. This one, Tuttle handles well. The set from the middle of the floor, pushing to the far side, blocked at the net. Bethany will keep it alive. Thompson, the set, looking for Fields. She'll just roll it over. Tuttle, in-system ball, set from the middle of the floor, coming near side. The jump, the swing. Whistle blown. And looks like Bethany might have gone underneath. They're calling it on Saylor, 9-7. Well, how about an early update from around Class 4A? Bethany High softball was playing earlier today. I think they were, I'd said they were up at, what, Woodward? Or at home versus Woodward? Anyways, a wild serve will give a point back to Bethany. I know Weatherford is playing Woodward now, too. They are in the top of the 6th, tied 0-0. So a good softball match brewing there. Woodward is pretty good. Geisler's serve goes into the net in return, 10-8. Points being traded back and forth, and you can just kind of chalk this up to being the first set. Neither of these two teams really finding their rhythm here. Libero on the serve. Libero to Libero, and this ball played. Comes near side. O'Hearn wants to swing from the outside. Dug out by Tuttle. The set from the middle of the floor, pushing to the far side. It's a high fly ball out of play. 11-8, Bethany leads. Heading back to serve will be number 30, McGuire Fields. We joke with McGuire and how hard she can hit the ball. It gets a little bit too much wrist on that one and sends it into the net, 11-9. Fields will step off. Palmer coming on. On the other side, there's a substitution as well, but again, their numbers are different here, so I don't quite know who that is. Running serve from Tuttle, barely gets over. Palmer with an awkward reception, and it's into the crowd. 11-10, Tuttle hanging around on a small deficit, now only 1 point. The white jerseys continue to serve. Number 18 on this one. Deep serve, targeting Palmer again, and number 7 can't find a way to receive it. All knotted up, 11-11 in set number 1. Another facet to this game is going to be the chess match between coaches. What adjustments can you make to get the better of the other? When do you use timeouts? What personnel do you roll out a lot of the time? That's where it all starts. Flinton over to Thompson. Thompson's ball dug out. Here's Tuttle from the far side, running start, and again, way too far on that one. Way too much mustard on the lettuce. To borrow that football term, she put way too much behind it. I don't even know if anybody else says that, but I say that. If you get too much, it's too much mustard. 12-11, here's the serve. That was Bergman on it. Tuttle will push again to the far side. Awkward ball, but they get it over. Geisler, there's Bergman, middle of the floor for O'Hearn, blocked at the net. And they're going to call the whistle again. Might have been a four-touch on Bethany. Depends on whether or not they count that a block, but it doesn't matter anyways. All tied up 12-12. I'm still learning the volleyball official signals. Here's Bergman on the set, coming near side, wants Flinton. Flinton's ball hit, but not well enough. Tuttle can't keep it alive. 13-12. O'Hearn will be back to serve for the Bethany Broncos. Hearn ball's up and received well. Here's Tuttle back to the far side. That's where they've been going the majority of this first set. This time dug out by Bethany. Thompson will roll it over. Another in-system ball for the Tigers. From the back line they swing. Not going to be too much trouble for Bethany, who goes far side to Flinton. And a little bit too far from Vivian Flinton. A good idea there on the cross-court shot. Just couldn't get enough verticality on it. Still tied, 13-13. Number 14 back to serve for the ladies in white. A low one. Uh-oh, it's an over on the Broncos, and Tuttle doesn't let that opportunity pass. They waste no time. 14-13, Tuttle leads again. Well, opportunities like that are few and far between. The team that can take the most out of it, get the most mileage out of them, is usually going to run away with the win. Here's the serve. Palmer there to Bergman. Near side to Saylor. Saylor hit at the net, and that one will be 4 touches. I could see that one. 15-13, the Tigers lead by 2. Bethany, coming up in early September, has their own tournament to host. That's kind of one of the other big benchmarks of the year, is how well do we perform in our own tournament. 15-13, there's the set going far side to Thompson. She wants the touch, and again, Bethany just a little bit out of sorts right now. They're not running their best offense. They're not creating their quality opportunities that they usually do. 16-13. No timeouts taken here, obviously. The girls have got to find a way to get it figured out before you can start going to a break like that. Oh, and a risky serve, but it just pays off. Saylor from the near side hit the antenna. Well, lucky break for the Tigers, and right here towards the end of set number 1, everything going Reds' way. Tuttle leads by 4. 17-13. Serves up another low one. Palmer there. Here's Bergman. Back to Saylor on the near side. Running touch. Tuttle gets one swing on it, but not another. It falls on the Tiger side, 17-14. McGuire Fields will come back into the game for the Broncos. Again, brings a strong outside presence to the Bethany floor. Isla Thompson back to serve. Thompson gets the ball up, and Tuttle receives. They'll push the set to the far side. Big running starts, and a little bit of frustration there from Flinton as she got a hand on it, but just couldn't find a way to get it back over the net. 18-14, Tuttle maintains the 4-point lead. Only 7 points to go for the Tigers as they near a set 1 victory. The serve to Geisler. Here's Bergman. Near side wants Fields. Fields a little bit mistimed, and she can't get enough underneath it. 19-14. Tuttle now leads by 5. And you can exactly see the Coyote Pond key to the game there. They're not creating quite the quality. The outside hitting isn't there. I feel like they've done an okay job at limiting the opposing outside hitting, which was the key, but we haven't gotten our own started. Here's a big chance. A nice dig by Thompson. Saylor underneath, Geisler to roll it over. Excellent effort from the Broncos. They got to defend another from the middle of the floor. Geisler there on the dig. The set from Bergman to Fields, left side. Fields went for the light touch, and again, kind of shows the frustration right there in the hand movements and the body language. Can't get her ball over. 20-14. Despite the excellent defense, Tuttle still getting a bigger and bigger lead. The serve's up once more. Thompson there to receive. Bergman will set. She's going to give it to Saylor. Blocked at the net. Geisler there underneath, but an over gives a point to the Tuttle Tigers. 21-14, and there's the first timeout of the game. Bethany falls behind 7 points in set number 1. We'll see if they can't find a way back into this first set when we come back from break. If you're looking for delicious meals for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, turn to El Cezanne Latin Grill in Bethany. Open from 8:30 to 10 every single day, there's no reason not to try out some amazing menu items like their French toast, enchiladas, quesadillas, and much more. Stop by 3640 North Rockwell Avenue and be helped by a friendly staff eager to serve you. With daily specials, a patio for outdoor dining, and even an event room for big gatherings, El Cezanne Latin Grill is the perfect spot to grab your next meal. Daily specials keep the flavors coming, and they even have special deals for local students at Bethany High, Southwestern Christian University, and Southern Nazarene University. Call 405-506-0891 today or stop by 6340 North Rockwell Avenue for a taste of deliciousness. Back out of break, 21 serving 14. Geisler there to receive the serve. Bergman will set to the far side, once Flinton. And nothing going on that one. It's immediately a point back to the Tigers, 22-14. Out of timeout, Bethany, I think, had the right game plan. Again, the Tuttle front line holds well. So now with only 3 points to go in set number one, potentially, Tuttle continues their offensive onslaught. Thompson from the middle of the floor does send a good ball over. Tuttle will play it to the near side, cross-court swing, and finally Bethany gets a much-needed point back, 22-15. It's got to be the start of something here at the end of set number one. Now, you've got plenty of time left in this game, but you want to go down with a fight if nothing else. Tuttle sets to the far side, the big right-hand swing back into the net, and one turns into two for the Broncos, 22-16. Now only a 6-point deficit for the ladies in purple. The serve from Flinton goes to the back line. Tuttle will play this one to the middle of the floor. Running touch. No good on that one. Flinton underneath. Geisler, the set for Fields. Fields from the near side gets the ball over. Here's Tuttle on the return shot. Near side as well. They go for their own light touch, and off the deflection, a diving Geisler can't make the adjustment, 23-16. I don't know if there's a human being alive that could contort their body enough to get a hand underneath that ball off of the deflection at the net. An excellent effort nonetheless from number two. 23-16. Tuttle on the serve. Thompson there. Here's the set once more. Middle of the floor. It went to Saylor. Saylor's ball nearly gets down, but Tuttle will return the shot from the far side. And that one out of bounds. And that one did come from the near side. Misspoke on that. 23-17. Saylor comes out of the game here. Kiara O'Hearn back on the floor. Geisler will serve. Her serve, middle of the floor. Tuttle barely gets underneath. They'll swing from the middle of the floor, and must have been targeting Coach Cagle with that ball. Not close, 23-18. Bethany now only trails 5 from being down as much as 7 or 8 at one point. 23-18 again. Tuttle from the middle of the floor kind of have to send a hard over, and it gets down off of Thompson. Well, you don't see that too many times, but it works out for the Tigers, 24-18. Set point for the home squad. Here's the running serve, and Fields underneath. The set from Flynn coming near side to Ahern. She wants the back corner, and officials say out of bounds, so that will do it for set number one. Tuttle out of the gate in a somewhat back-and-forth match, able to grab the set one victory. We'll see if that continues when we come back from break. Don't go anywhere. This is Bethany High Volleyball on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Looking to see if our girls can get back into this one as we head to set number two.
Hey everybody, my name is Cody, and I have the honor and privilege of being the pastor here at the Bridge Church. And I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you for everything you do for our community, but I wanted to invite you to maybe attend one of our services. We have 2 service times at 9:30 and 11, and have opportunities for every generation, all the way from newborns all the way up to senior adults. We just want to create a family fun environment for you so you can experience the love, joy, and peace of Jesus Christ.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
It's time for a
Beat Stuff.
Full service auto repair at 6505 Northwest 36th Street is ready for your visit. Come see the professionals at Full Service and ask about their many services like AC repair, brakes, oil changes, engine repair, seals and gaskets, and much, much more. English or Spanish, this locally owned auto shop provides honest work that removes the headache from auto repair. Call 405-596-9724 and trust Full Service Auto Repair to get you back in the race.
All right, we're back for set number 2 out of break. Tigers lead 1-0 over your Bethany Broncos. It was a little bit close for a while, and then the Tigers kind of ran away with it. They finally got their rhythm, got a few lucky points maybe to go their way, but hey, that's part of it. You got to be good, you got to be healthy, and most of all, you got to be lucky, right? The Tigers will take that and run. Now, again, if I haven't preached it enough, this is a really good Tiger squad. This game was never going to be easy. But this, I'd say even as early on as it is, this set will mean a lot to the end of this game. Bethany has got to find a way to win this one right now. You know, best case scenario, it's not a close win. But you really want to see the Broncos find a way to get one back against Tuttle here and go into set 3 tied. Bethany will have first serve. It's Bergman on the run-up, and we're underway in set 2. Tuttle plays it in the middle of the floor, tipped at the net, and the Tigers get the first point of the set. 1-0 lead again for the home team, the Tuttle Tigers. Thanks for tuning in here on GSN Sports and Talk. We're back on the mainstream gospel station, Sports and Talk. Thanks to everybody who's tuning in after the Football Coaches Show. Hope you had a good time listening to that one. I'm sure the Johns did a great time. Oh, look at that. Again, you don't see that one too many times. On the serve, Flinton sent a ball over, and Tuttle was so unprepared for it that it landed in no man's land. Again, you got to be lucky sometimes. Let's see if Bethany can turn 1 into 2. O'Hearn on the long serve. It's played by the Tigers. They have to go for an awkward swing and 4 touches on Tuttle. Bethany does make it 2 in a row. Second set is brought to you by C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street. Call 405-789-8102 for C&J Sporting Goods. It's another over on the serve. Bethany ready for it. In-system ball. O'Hearn will set to the far side once Flinton. Cross-court swing, and it's down. That's what I'm talking about right there. Tuttle gives you the mistake, and you take a mile. Every time they give an inch, you got to take the mile. O'Hearn still on the serve. Another long one, back to the corner, but played well by the Tigers. They feed to the far side. Nearly blocked at the net, but Flinton and Saylor can't send it back the way it came. 3-2. Few substitutions come on the floor for the Tuttle Tigers. Again, if you're just now joining us, the reported lineup and the numbers on the floor are different. So I don't know the Tuttle names quite yet. Saylor from the near side gives it a running push. Tuttle will play it. They're going to go to the far side, a falling swing and too far. Neither team really found what they were looking for right there. Good on Bethany to grab the win there. Isla Thompson on the serve, middle of the floor, opposing libero gets the dig. It's a nice swing, but Bethany's defense holds. There's a set middle of the floor, quick swing by Saylor, popped up by the Tigers. Libero calls for it. There's from the far side, it's a push, Fields underneath. Bergman will set once more, going to the far side, pop up, back into the back line. The rally continues, it's a running swing, nice dig by Geisler, nice block by Saylor. Fields from the near side, again a missed touch, sends it back into the net. 4-3, Tuttle brings it back within 1. So Tuttle back with the serve. It's a low one, but Thompson plays it well. Bergman back to the set with Saylor. Blocked at the net, but Geisler was immediately ready. But looks like Saylor kind of had an awkward fall there and slides underneath the net. Team checks up on her. Even the opposing team checks up on her. The officials check up on her, and she says she's good to go. However, the point will go to the Tuttle Tigers, 4-4. Now, listen, folks, I've done this athletics thing for a long time. Whenever you see someone kind of fall like that, it's always scary. You always got to be sure. Geisler receives the serve. Bergman the set for Fields. Fields targeting the seam, and look at that. There's the kill for number 30. Put it perfectly between two back row defenders. 5-4, Bethany leads. Vivian Flinton back to serve for the Broncos. Trying to extend the lead back out once more. 5 serving 4. All right, here we go. Tuttle with a chance to tie. They push it to the far side, get the swing, and they put it perfectly in the corner closest to the Bethany bench. I mean, I feel like there's not much you can do about that. That was just perfect offense from the Tuttle Tigers. 5-5. Tigers get the serve back. Again, both teams, this was kind of how set one went, by the way. Kind of hanging around one, maybe 2-point deficit, then they'd be tied as a point goes back to the Broncos on a service error until finally about halfway through the set, Tuttle pulled ahead. So far, set number 2 doing the same thing. Geisler on the serve. Here we go. Tuttle back down one, middle of the floor. Nice swing, but a good ball from Bergman. They go to Thompson, middle of the floor. Tuttle's defense holds on this one. The set, near side, cross court, and off of Thompson. It's out of play. 6-6. Let's go ahead and give you another update from around Class 4A. We've got a score update as far as softball goes. The Clinton varsity Lady Reds are taking on the Elk City varsity Elk Cats. Clinton leads 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Thompson receives the serve. Nice set by Flinton. Got over. O'Hearn hit it. Does it stay in bounds? It doesn't. Another tough break for the Broncos. Tuttle has the lead 7-6. All updates are brought to you by Stan's Plumbing, 7000 Northwest 63rd Street. Valet service in a dirty business, thanks to Stan's Plumbing. Tuttle trying to make it 2 in a row. Geisler receives the serve. Flinton on the set. O'Hearn rolls it over. Tuttle with another in-system ball, middle of the floor. They want a big swing, and they're going to find it. 8-6. The Tigers lead by 2. More shout-outs to our stream sponsors, Evans Hardware, Victory Mattress Outlet, Simplify Tech Solutions, and Trinity Endurance. With, of course, Ship It Sooner, our scoreboard sponsor. On the 8-6, Bethany goes for the center dump. The opposing libero got underneath it, but how about the decision from Miss Vivian Flinton? Takes a lot of awareness to understand that that's open when you're really needing some momentum. Good decision by 1-8. Palmer back to serve. Trailing 1. Long serve. Tuttle will go to the far side once more. They tried the cross-court shot, but number 15 sends it right into the net. We're tied back up 8 apiece. And again, that all starts off of some quick decision-making in the Bethany front line. Good job by the Broncos. They're really staying in this one. Palmer, a lagging shot, kind of got around it too much. Gives a point back to the Tigers, 9-8. Uh-oh. Camera has decided to disconnect. 1 second, folks. I'll give you the play call nonetheless. The set to the middle of the floor. Thompson goes for a rollover. Tuttle sees the call, sees it's out, and that's where they leave it. 10-8. There we go. We're back. All right, here's the set, middle of the floor. O'Hearn punches a ball over. Tuttle will play it. They go for the libero swing. Bethany trailing 2, needs the point here. Thompson, awkward deflection. Tuttle has to roll the ball over. Here's the in-system opportunity for the Broncos. Palmer, middle, Flinton, O'Hearn wants that far side, not going to find it. Tuttle on the return shot. They go for a light touch themselves. Bergman makes the call. The set, Thompson, no good on that one. Still, the rally continues. And off the block, look at the dig by Geisler. Sent the ball over. Here's Tuttle trying to put an end to it. They're just going to give the easy ball over. Geisler to Flinton. Far side wants Bergman. Bergman cross-court swing. No good. Not an over on that one. Trying on the second. And O'Hearn gets the block. What a rally that one was. Let me save that replay. Talk about an endurance match. And how about the dig by Geisler? One of the best ones I've seen all season. Bergman serve. Here we go. Bethany trails 1. Tuttle goes to the far side, and they get through the block, but I don't think anybody touched it. And no, they didn't. Tied 10-10. It missed every outstretched hand, and this time goes Bethany's favor. So tied 10-10. Bethany looking to take a lead. Again, Hannah Bergman back to serve. Repping number 1-4. Bergman on the run-up. Gets a good ball. Towards the near side. Tuttle with an awkward play. They're going to swing from the middle of the floor. Oh, and Thompson hit it. Geisler was going for the dive, but as soon as Thompson hit it, she knew. 11-10. Tuttle gets the point. Number 12 steps on the floor for the Tigers, subbing off number 9. Said Ella McDaniel is back to serve. She's wearing number 18 today. Try to remember that. Geisler receives the serve, nearly an over, but Bethany plays it well. Flinton from the near side gets it through 2 defenders, and it's back to tied. Says that near side is always open for number 1-8. O'Hearn on the serve. Tuttle play it to the middle of the floor. A back-footed swing, and it falls. Both O'Hearn and Palmer tried to get a hand on it. 12-11. Shout out again to Taco Mayo right here in Tuttle, 101 East Main. They've got the classic value menu, 4 or more for $1.99 each. Download their app for up to 20% off. That's some great stuff. Burritos, tacos, tater tots, which are immaculate, by the way. Shout out Taco Mayo. The serve, Geisler underneath. Here's Bergman on the set. Once far side from Thompson. Thompson targeting the back corner, no good on it. Tuttle sends the ball way up towards the roof. Now they play from the near side. Doesn't get down. Bethany will get an awkward set. It's going to be Flinton to roll it over. Tuttle back to in-system. The set from the middle of the floor. A quick swing blocked at the net. Tuttle continues on 2 hits. They try to get it over. Pinball action, and Bethany can't find a way to return fire. 13-11. Tuttle goes up 2 here in set number 2. (13-11) serve. Geisler back underneath. Here's the set from Bergman. She wants Saylor. Saylor's ball gets down. It's a kill for number 22. I mean, that's what you need more of. You need more of that consistent, quick offense to find easy points. Tuttle is really good at contending on long rallies. If you can find a way to put them away quickly, it's only going to serve to work in Bethany's favor. Thompson on the serve. Here we go. Tuttle trying to go back up 2. Running swing, middle of the floor. Tuttle says it was off the deflection, and the officials say the same thing. 14-12 as Bethany last touched. They got to take it right there. That's a good call from the official right there by the net. 14-12 as we head to the middle points. Tuttle continues the serve. It's a low one, and that error gives a point back. 14-13. Here we go. Flinton on the serve. Cross-court serve. It was a good one, but Tuttle defends. They'll have to play from the middle of the floor, and Thompson gets a hand on it, but the defensive miscues continue for the Broncos here. 15-13. Into the game sets number 9, Kayler King. She's going to sub off Isla Thompson. Again, just kind of a couple of rough points like that, a couple bad decisions, not going Bethany's way. Clean defense, one of our keys to the game. We'll see if they can shore that up here later in set number 2. The 15-13 serve, Geisler underneath. Here's the set. Flinton going far side. Saylor looking for the back corner. Was a good ball, but just barely escaped the confines of the volleyball court. 16-13. Tuttle continues their now offensive run. They put up, I think, 5 points now in a row, but it doesn't last very long. Flinton on the setter dump gets one back. 16-14, and Broncos return the serve to their side. Again, the setter doing an excellent job for the Broncos. Geisler's serve goes a little bit low. It's an over on Tuttle. Here we go for Bethany. Geisler will set, going far side, wants Bergman. Bergman swing tipped at the net. Tuttle has a chance to play, but they got a long way to run. They'll roll it over. Geisler receives. The set by Flinton. Middle of the floor. O'Hearn, what you got? Blocked at the net, but kept alive by the Broncos defense. Here's McGuire Fields, cross court, out of bounds as it bounds into the Tuttle bench. 17-14, another point to the Tuttle Tigers. That zero camera has disconnected again, so I'll work to get that back on. Like I said, we'll have our normal setup as soon as tomorrow, so we hopefully won't have to worry about that for too much longer. Bethany will get a point back in the meantime as I work to fix this up. 17-15, and it looks like it might be coming back here. Anything. There it is. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Like I said, it's just one of the quirks of the equipment we're dealing with tonight. Palmer's deep serve. Oh, and she hit the opposing libero in the back, who had ducked out of the way trying to let it fall out of bounds. That is not one you see very often at all, folks. Not one at all. Bethany pulls back within one, 17-16. High serve, this one no chance, well out of play. 18-16. Tuttle continues trying to maintain their lead. Low serve, great job by Palmer. Bergman tries to send it over, but her ball goes right into the net. 19-16, Tuttle leads by 3. When you think of Class 4A powerhouses, 3 names come to mind. Community Christian Schools, Bethany High, and Tuttle High. Those 3 teams, and Weatherford actually to boot, 4. Roll over by Flinton. Tuttle will play it to the far side. They get a running start, hit at the net, but out of bounds. But those 4 teams kind of make up a really, really high tier of 4A volleyball in Oklahoma. There are some really good Tulsa schools as well. Verdigris, one of them, where we had that tournament. But these 4 around central Oklahoma and Weatherford out in west are really a tough core. Some nice side swiping by Kiara O'Hearn, and looks like I think they're calling it on number 4? Maybe 14 went under the net there. 2017, Bergman continues the serve. Bergman takes a breath. Here's the run up. Bethany trailing 3. Tuttle goes to the far side. They can't get the ball over. They just actually barely managed to get it over. The set for O'Hearn. Wants it inbounds in the back corner, and she has it. 20-18, and that's a deceptively difficult shot right there, folks. That is not easy to get down. Moving to your left with defenders right in front of you. 20-18. Bergman serve. It's another good one. It's an over on Tuttle, and that one put away. Bethany storms back into it late in set number 2. They only trail 1, 20-19. Number 14, Anna Bergman, doing a great job with the serves. Let's see if she can continue here. Trying to tie this set back up, and eventually trying to tie this game back up. Bergman serve. Here we go. Tuttle defends. They play it. Back line. They got to send the ball over, and it's out of bounds. 20-20 here in set number 2. And now you start to hear the cheers from the Bethany faithful. We're tied with 5 points to go. Bergman still on the serve. Takes a breath. Here's the run-up. Gets it back over, middle of the floor. Tuttle again, going back to that far side. Cross-court swing, didn't land in bounds. It did not. And there's the out that Bethany needed, 21-20. Timeout taken. Tuttle doesn't like what they see. Some cheers from the Bethany side as we go to a short break. We'll see if the good trend continues for the Broncos here when we go back. Let's see if this momentum carries them all the way to a set win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, spring is here. And when you need help with all your tools, lawnmowers, and more, Evans Hardware out here in Midwest City is the place to be. 1021 South Douglas Boulevard. In the springtime, lawnmower maintenance is more important than ever. And Evans Hardware is the place to go for all your lawnmower maintenance tools. They've got seat repair, they've got brand new handles, blade sharpeners, and cleaners, and of course new belts line the walls as well. Remember, when you need lawnmower maintenance, power tools, stuff for the garden, and everything in between, Evans Hardware in Midwest City, 1021 South Douglas Boulevard is the place to go. Do it best here at Evans Hardware. Bethany leads by 1 here at the end of set number 2. Bergman out of timeout. Gives it a long serve, barely defended by Tuttle. They'll have to roll this one over. They're actually not going to be able to do even that. Bethany takes a 2-point lead, 22-20, 3 to go. All this in set number 2. Tuttle might lead 1-0 on the game, but Bethany vying to make it tied 1-1 in sets. Bergman continues her excellent serving streak. Tuttle from the middle of the floor, going to the far side, light touch, and a good dig by Bergman. Geisler and Thompson both try to set. Flynn gets the swing, but Tuttle's defense holds. They'll play to the near side this time. There's the running shot. Back corner, Bergman underneath. Flynn with the set. They're going to go to Thompson, who just elects to roll it over. 22-20 remains. Tuttle trying to dig back into it. Cross-court swing. Bergman gets another dig. Flynn back to Thompson. Thompson's ball popped up by the Tuttle defense. They'll go for the set or dump. Nothing on that one. Geisler with the set, pushing it far side. The run over, and Flinton just barely can't get enough underneath. 22-21. And crucially, Tuttle has the serve. Both teams nearing a set 2 victory. Whoever gets on a little bit of a run here will most likely have it. Low serve, Geisler there. Bergman wants the set, coming near side, looks for Flynn. Flynn targeting the back line, nothing going there. Tuttle back to the near side from the antenna, blocked at the net by Thompson. They'll try to get it over, they're not going to find it. Number 3 comes up defensively in a big way, 23-21. Geisler off the floor. Palmer back on, here's O'Hearn on the serve. Going to the near corner, it's a good serve, but Tuttle will play to the middle of the floor, running swing, and nothing on that one. Too much behind it for Bethany's defense to hold, 23-22. Geisler in a more defensive lineup back on the floor now, still with a 1-point lead, but you can't let anything go now. Tuttle on the serve, trailing 1. It goes to the right side, and it's a service reception mistake, an ace for Tuttle. It's tied 23-23. Next point is set point. Tuttle on the serve. Goes far, and Bethany approaches set point. 24-23. Onto the court steps McGuire Fields, number 30. She brings, again, some pretty good offense from the outside hitting position. Thompson on the serve. Gets a good one over. Broncos trying to put away set number 2. Tuttle feeds it to the outside. Is it blocked at the net? Not this time. Win by 2. 24-24. The Tuttle student section loving this one. Timeout taken. Win by 2 in set number 2. I told you it wasn't going to be easy. That trend continues.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414.
Come back from break pretty quickly here. 24-24, both teams in a win by 2. I already said that you really can't give anything up at this position, but now you really can't give anything up at this position. Whoever gets the next point has a serious advantage, and Tuttle already leads 1-0 in sets. I said this is kind of the crux of the matchup. Bethany needs this set to win. They're not out of it if they don't get it, but this will go a long way for them. Tuttle on the serve. Running start, Geisler underneath. Here's the set by Bergman. Wants Saylor. Saylor middle of the floor. Advantage, Broncos. 25-24. The Bethany bench loving that one as well. With the chance to put it away. Here's Flinton. Good serve. Tuttle, awkward ball, but they got to play it. Back to the middle of the floor. They'll just have to roll it over. In-system ball for the Broncos. The set by Flinton. Dumps. No good. Tuttle gets it back over. Bethany continues. Set middle of the floor. Saylor blocked at the net. Geisler to Flinton. Back over to the far side. Bergman cross court. She's got it. Tuttle didn't let it go for free, but they couldn't hold it in the end. We're tied 1-1 after set number 2. Bethany answers the call and finds a way. As we head to break, it's all tied up in Tuttle, Oklahoma, and that is what you love to see, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Set number 3 when we return.
M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, or utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
Name brands and more for less at Victory Mattress Outlet. Welcome to Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. Family owned and operated Victory Mattress Outlet has options for every budget, like quality 10-inch beds to high-end luxury mattresses fit for a king. You're the winner here. Shop pillows, protectors, bedroom sets, and more. And remember, the friendly people at Victory Mattress Outlet can help deliver, assemble, and set up your mattresses and furniture. Call 405-510-6988 and never pay retail price for top brands again. Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway, 405-510-6988. That's 405-510-6988. Victory Mattress Outlet, where your best night's sleep costs less.
Tire, oil.
At 39 Tire Express, you get expert service for your vehicle, including tire repair and replacement, oil changes, and second opinions. The crew at 39 Tire Express offers friendly and professional service backed by years of experience in the industry, and they're right down the road from you. Stop by 39 Tire Express at 7020 Northwest 39th Expressway today and see why 39 Tire and Express is the go-to option for tire and oil change needs. Remember, it's all local at 39 Tire, 7020 Northwest 39th Expressway, and keep an eye out for their new hours coming soon.
Tire, oil.
What are laws on immigration? Contact Tipton Law Center in Oklahoma City at 405-209-1925. Melissa Tipton Duncans has the passion with experience with a solid foundation of knowledge in immigration law. The Tipton Law Center is located at 5909 Northwest Expressway at MacArthur and will also take cases in family law, criminal law, international law, adoptions, or readoptions. For immigration law, contact attorney Melissa Tipton Duncans at Tipton Law Center, 405-209-1925.
As we bring you back here, let's take a look at this point for the Broncos. This was at the end of a long rally cross-court swing, but Tuttle defends. Then you get a big stick at the net for Bethany to kind of find their point back there. Again, that set number 2 victory, potentially huge for the Bethany Broncos, and that's exactly what we were looking for out of them. Replay is brought to you by Victory Mattress Outlet at 7101 Northwest Expressway in Suite 610. They hosted our football coaches show tonight. They'll host a softball coaches show tomorrow, thanks to Victory Mattress, where your best night's sleep costs less. Remember to call 405-510-6988. And remember that they don't just do mattresses now. They do pillows, they do furniture, and they do recliners as well. Thanks to Jeremy at Victory Mattress Howland. So now on to set 3, all tied up 1-1. It was win by 2. It was close, but Bethany found a way to edge out the Tuttle Tigers and get the win. That bodes very well. Bethany swings from the left side, but Tuttle's defense holds. They're going to go back to their own outside hitter, and Bethany nearly gets the block at the net, but it just falls on our side. For the third set in a row, I believe, Tuttle has the first point. Now, if you're on the Tuttle side, is set number 3 the same thing? Is that the crux of this matchup for the Tigers? I don't think so. I think they feel more confident in that on the home floor, but they might just be wrong if they think that way. The rollover from the Broncos, Tuttle placed in the middle of the line. O'Hearn got a hand on it? No, they're going to say went into the net, and 4 touches on the Tigers, 1-1. Well, the storylines write themselves, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these teams roll out some incredible outside hitting. If you haven't seen that tonight, that hasn't been made clear. It's tough for either one to break the other, but somehow you got to find a way. From the near side, Bethany gets a block at the net. O'Hearn and Thompson go up together and come down with point number 2. And that's a good way right there. Bethany has some incredible net defense. Love to see them putting a stamp on this game, making their presence felt. 2-1. Bergman on the serve, who was serving to end set number 2. Oh, look at that, up in the rafters. Tuttle continues to play it. They're going to be able to roll it over. Palmer to Bergman, middle of the floor to O'Hearn, off of the net, it's down. Bethany gets a lot going their way, entering set number 3. Let's see if this continues. And I don't know exactly the wording of the rule, but I've seen some balls go up in the rafters, and if it bounces around for too long, they'll call it dead. They didn't on that one, and Bethany got the point. Palmer on the 3-1 serve. Clips the top of the net, but Tuttle gets underneath. The set, far side, blocked at the net. Tuttle continues on 2 swings. They go over. They get another chance, a third to the far side. The rolling shot, Geisler underneath. The set from Bergman comes near side, wants Thompson. Thompson to the back corner, and look at the ball placement from number 3. 4-1. Let's see that one again. Tuttle fought tooth and nail to keep that alive, but look at the ball placement once again. I mean, this is ridiculous. Moving that way back to the near corner, that's pretty impressive. Victory Mattress Outlet sponsors all our replays, thanks to Victory Mattress. Bergman targets that corner again, but Tuttle holds. They go to the far side, push one deep. Palmer underneath. Bergman the set for O'Hearn. Off the top of the net. The Tuttle defense holds. Bethany leads 3, trying to make it 4. Running swing from the outside. No trouble for the Bethany defense. Bergman over to the far side. The swing from Flynn blocked at the net, but Geisler underneath. Bergman able to push it over. Now Tuttle's chance for some offense. A punch to Thompson. She's there. Bergman sets for O'Hearn. O'Hearn throws one over. The rally continues. Tuttle back to the far side. A pop-up themselves, and now Bethany in system. Geisler to the far side, wants Flinton. Flinton off the deflection, kept alive by the white jerseys. Tuttle rolls one back over. Here comes the Broncos one more time. Over to Thompson, near side, cross-court shot, back corner. She's got it. Come on, fire me up. 5-1. What a rally. What a rally. That's what makes this sport so fun, are the ones like that, folks. Bergman on the serve. Targeting the opposing libero. Tuttle will go to the far side. Off the deflection, it's going to land out of bounds. Bethany touched it last, 5-2. Despite the early momentum, Tuttle is going to stick around. They're not a team to give up so easily. Actually, neither of them are, but I don't think you needed me to tell you that. 5-2. Look for Tuttle to come to the far side, and they'll do exactly that. Palmer underneath. Bergman over to Flinton. Flinton threads the needle, but can't find open floor. The set comes near side for the Tigers. Missed touch, but it nearly works out. Bethany has to send an awkward ball over. Tuttle in system, set middle of the floor. 2 Broncos go up, and Tuttle can't find a way to get it over the net. 6-2. O'Hearn had gone up, I think, with Flinton, and neither one really had to do anything. I know as probably net defenders, you're okay with that. O'Hearn on the serve, 6-2. Bethany leads by 4, trying to make it 5. Tuttle goes to the outside. They're targeting the back corner. I don't think anybody got a hand on it. They did not, so it's just an attacking error on the Tigers, 7-2. Third set so far, all Broncos. O'Hearn still in the serve. Gets another good one. Here's Tuttle trying to find their third. Center dump, and it works out. Smart play by the Tuttle Tigers right there to potentially propel themselves back into this set. Trailing 4. The opposing libero on the serve, 7-3. Gets a low one. Geisler there. Bergman will set, looking for Saylor on the near side. Saylor gets the kill off of the Tuttle deflection. 8-3, 22 puts it back up at 5. McGuire Fields will step onto the court now, gives Kennedy Palmer a break, who gets more than a few high fives as she heads to take her seat. Thompson on the serve. To the near corner. Tuttle defends. They'll play it. Coming back to the back line. Send a long ball over, but Thompson was there. Bergman on the set for Fields. Fields with a running touch, no good. Tuttle will play it back to the near side. From a standstill, I don't know about that decision. Tuttle can't find a way to get the ball over the net. I feel like they were just a little bit too flat-footed. They've made that mistake a couple of times. If you're a Tuttle fan, you want to see them get more movement on their swings. Thompson, though, will give a point right back, 9-4 on the service error. Bethany still leads by 5, though. Because set number 1 was won by the Tigers by 7. Set number 2 was won by the Broncos by 2. So when you're splitting the difference there and you're sitting at about 5, I feel like that's a good mark for Bethany to hang around. Flinton underneath the serve. Bergman will set, coming near side for Fields. Number 30's ball goes right into the net there. 9-5. Tuttle on the serve. Defending the home floor. Can state championships line the wall here at Tuttle High? Volleyball looking to potentially add one this year. Fields on the ball over. Tuttle will play it to the far side. Running swing, no good. Geisler there for the dig. Bergman will set, coming to McGuire. Fields. Fields launches one, but it goes way too far. 9-6. And that's her calling card. She can get a lot underneath it, but sometimes it does fly too far. Number 10, Caitlin Thansheet, coming into the game for the Broncos. Her first time on the floor up by the net. See her right there moving to the left side, wearing number 10. 6, serving 9. Tuttle on the serve. To Thompson. Nearly a ball over. Somehow Bergman got a hand on it and Saylor got a swing. But Tuttle will play it to the far side. They push it back towards the corner. Good defense from Thompson. Bergman sets one Thansheet off the deflection, no good. Tuttle, center dump. Geisler got a hand on it, but Thompson was covering the missed ball, 9-7. Seen that a couple of times too, unfortunately, today. Another one of those storylines. Number 2 and number 3 in the back line haven't quite been on the same page, it feels like, but in the moment, I don't know how you're supposed to make that decision. They're doing a better job than I ever could. Thompson received the serve. Bergman will roll it over. Goes with the reverse swing. Tuttle to the outside. They kind of have to push it, but it works out. They get it past a diving Thansheet, and suddenly it's a 1-point game, 9-8. Said that Bethany kind of wanted to hang around 5. Tuttle has erased that completely. Trailing 1, they serve. Here we go. Bethany to set. Bergman to Saylor. Oh, that's a hook shot. That's a basketball move right there. I've seen her do that in the basketball season, 10-8. Love that. Bethany leads 2. Flinton back to serve. Gets a good swing. A fastball deflected into the crowd by Tuttle. Bethany leads 3, 11-8. Bethany's serves have been really, really good tonight. You'll love to see that from the girls. Next serve, middle of the floor. Kind of another awkward reception, but Tuttle will be able to roll a high one over. In system ball for the Broncos. The set comes near side. Saylor can't get it over the net. 11-9. Tried to put a lot on it. Would have been tough to get past the net defense either way. Bethany still leads 2. Third set is brought to you by Apple Tree Antique Gallery at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Every third weekend of the month, you can find incredible deals at Apple Tree Antique Gallery. Thanks to everybody over there for their support. And how about the heads-up play once more by Hannah Bergman. She's been really, really good tonight, 12-9. Just goes for the soft touch, doesn't try to do too much, but puts it in the right spot for the kill. Geisler on the serve. Back line, Tuttle still trails 3. A running set, they're rolled over from the middle of the floor. Thompson there, here's the set, Flinton over to Bergman, and it does find the floor. 3 diving bodies for the team in white, but the ball still finds the Tuttle logo in center floor. 13-9. Geisler continues to serve. Targeting the back corner, here we go. Tuttle down 4, middle of the floor on the swing, and that's deflected off of Bethany. 13-10, they get one back. Both teams now in double digits. Now Bethany kind of trying to hold on to this 3-point lead instead of 5. Again, Tuttle really wants to tie this game up here middle line. This is about when Bethany was able to tie the game up and kind of get their lead in set 2. O'Hearn, back corner, and another great example of ball placement from Kiara O'Hearn. That's ridiculous. I don't know how she does it. 14-10 after the O'Hearn kill. Palmer on the serve. Here comes Tuttle, trailing 4, middle of the floor. They don't get a strong swing on it. Bethany sends it right back over on 1. Now they swing from the outside, and 2 kicked balls, but I think the whistle was blown regardless. 14-11. Man, that would have been really cool if that ball had been able to be played. Whistle blown here. Let's see what's going on. Looks like maybe a wet spot on the floor, but they got it wrapped up. 14-11. Tuttle on the serve. Bethany leads. The Tigers get a good serve. All right, here we go. Bethany trying to go back out by 4. Back corner isn't in bounds. It is. The offense wastes no time on their first possession there. 15-11. Bergman back to serve. Let's see where she aims here. Again, the serves have been really, really good for the Broncos. Goes middle of the floor. Tuttle barely gets it over. And the whistle blown. They're going to say that that one was over the net when it was hit. 16-11. Bethany up by 5. Only 9 points away from going up 2-1 on the game. Bergman on the serve. He gets a low one. Dug out. And I do mean dug out by Tuttle. The fastball on the return, and the Tigers answer. Hit it to the Bethany back corner. There was nothing the Broncos could do about it. 16-12. Well, we got a second. Want to shout out John Hickman and John Campbell for taking care of the football coaches show, as well as Mike Gannon back at the studio, our board operator. They made everything happen on the main broadcast. I didn't have to worry about it. Shout out those 3. Bergman on the set, looking for O'Hearn. O'Hearn to the back corner again. And she has been lights out when targeting the back corners. She's not messing around with anything middle of the floor or soft. She's just aiming for the corners. Ripping the seam, 17-12. Long serve. Tuttle will have to play it, though it's awkward once more. On 2, they try to send it over. I don't think it would have mattered right there. I'm not sure they were getting it past Saylor. 18-12. Bethany up 6. Now only 7 points away from a set 3 victory. O'Hearn, long serve again, and that one does finally go too far. But again, it worked out very well for the Broncos here in the middle points. They lead 5, 18-13. Tuttle on the serve. Line drive straight to Geisler. Bergman will get a set to Thompson. Ridiculously athletic play from 1-4. Tuttle, the return shot near side back corner, too far. They've been aiming right at the feet of Coach Cagle in front of the Bethany bench pretty much all night. When it works, it's unguardable. But when it doesn't work, it usually gives the point back. Thompson on the swing. Her serve handled by Tuttle. They go to the far side, but the swing goes straight to the net. 20-13, Bethany leads by 7. That swing came from, I believe, number 11 is Taryn Flannery. She got a good run up, just couldn't find a way over. Thompson continues the serve, same spot. Tuttle now, set her dump. Geisler underneath, but can't get enough air under it for a follow-up. 20-14. Looks like Tuttle has another sub coming in. She's going back to serve. You know, is it officially called a sub? Because they just rotate. I don't know if it's actually called a sub officially. I'll have to ask the volleyball professionals about that. 14 serving 20. It barely sneaks over the net. Bergman on the set for Saylor near side, going to the back corner. Tuttle defense gets an arm on it, and they'll roll it over from the far side. Here's Thompson. Over to Bergman. Where does she set? Middle of the floor. Saylor punches it deep. No good. Tuttle now will play to the near side. They get a running swing cross court. Off the deflection. It's out of bounds. Point for the Tigers. 20-15. Tuttle trying to hang around late in set number 3. They continue the serve. It's up, middle of the floor, no good. Another awkward set by Bergman. How does she keep pulling that off? Tuttle back to the near side, cross-court swing, no good. Thompson there. Bergman gets a running set, wants Saylor, met at the net, and look at that. Tough hands from number 22. That is a senior move right there for Emma Saylor. She had no business winning that point, but she says, you are not getting this ball past me. Bethany leads 6. Flinton on the serve. Back corner, out of bounds. 21-16, Tuttle still down 5. Looking for any more subs. I think one more player rotated on for Tuttle. Low serve, but it does sneak over. Running set, Flinton looking for Bergman to the middle of the floor, no good. Tuttle will play to the near side from the antenna. They swing, blocked at the net. 2 touches on Bethany, but they can't keep it alive. Number 10, Kaylin Thansheet, who's back in the game, was the last to touch that ball. 21-17. We're here all night. Then we've got a softball coaches show tomorrow, Victory Mattress Outlet. We invite everybody watching to tune into that one. Swing on Saylor from the far side, handled by the Tuttle defense. They go back to the far side, roll to the middle of the floor. Diving dig by Thompson. The set comes to Thansheet, middle of the floor, no good. Bethany still leading 4, set her dump right there. Bergman got a swing. It's over. Saylor gets 2 touches and keeps it alive. 22 has come to play today. Tuttle gets the ball to the back line and off a couple of deflections. Bethany can't return it. Tuttle has brought it back within 3, 21-18. But still, I can't get over Emmett Saylor the way she's playing from the middle of the floor right there by the net. She has stuffed Tuttle on more than a few, and the service error gives a point back, 22-18. Kiara O'Hearn into the game for the Broncos. Brings some more excellent front row hitting. She'll stand in at that outside hitter position. Geisler on the serve. Here we go. Middle of the floor. Thompson. It's trouble. O'Hearn can't get there to keep the ball alive. A miscommunication on the Broncos cost them 1, 22-19. O'Hearn was not expecting that ball to come back her way, and why would she have been? Tried to save it, just couldn't get underneath. Thansheet to Flinton, to Bergman, middle of the floor, and she's got it. It's that simple, 23-19. Bethany leads 4, approaching set point. Kennedy Palmer will come back into the game to serve. Thansheet heads to the bench. Again, getting some high fives from everybody over there on a great couple of balls she stood in on. 23-19. Tuttle to the back floor. They send a far one. Here's Geisler underneath, looking for Flynn. Center dump, doesn't get down, not this time. Tuttle's libero there to defend. Palmer, back to Flynn, wants the far side, the swing. Awkward deflection up by the speakers. Can Tuttle keep it alive from the back line? They'll roll it over. Geisler underneath, an in-system ball. Flinton sets, wants, a little bit of trickery. They got it to Thompson. The push far side from Tuttle on the return. Geisler on the dig. Another set, this time wanting Thompson, back corner, not there. Well, looks like Bethany might have thought for a second they were going to get that off the deflection, but looks like the call stands. It is going to be 23-20. Tuttle has found their way to 20 points. Trailing 3. Low serve, Geisler there. Flinton sets for Thompson, cross court, and it's out of bounds. Tuttle has not only found their way to 20, they've found their way inside 20. 23-21. Coach Cagle takes a timeout. With Tuttle bringing this one back to a close game in set number 3, we head to timeout. Bethany 2 points away from getting a 2-1 lead on the game. Let's see if the Broncos have it when we come back.
Need more money? Then save more money at Nimini Auto Group, 5951 Northwest 39th Expressway in Bethany. Nimini Auto Group is where your budget meets the open road with high-quality used vehicles at prices that won't break the bank. Step into a world of automotive wonder with many different makes and models, as well as flexible financing options, all supported by our friendly and helpful staff. Got a trade-in you want valued or looking to browse the lot yourself? Call 405-470-0141. Let's find your next ride at Nimini Auto today. Stop by 5951 Northwest 39th Expressway, 405-470-0141.
And we're back in the action out the timeout. Tuttle on the serve. They get a low one, middle of the floor, but Palmer got underneath. And I was going to say nice set by Flynn there because she had a tough play, but she did cross underneath the net. 23-22. Tuttle gets the point out of timeout. They brought this back within 1. The Tigers continue their serve. They've got some offensive momentum of their own. Geisler there to receive. Here we go. Flinton on the set. Once near side. Thompson gets her running start. And that one is held by the Tuttle defense. They'll go back to the far side. Light touch themselves. Flinton underneath. Geisler on the set. Goes middle of the floor. Wants Thompson going to the back line. The Tuttle defense holds once more. Trying to tie it back up. They go to the outside. Nothing going there. Flinton underneath. Geisler on the set. Pushes it back to the far side. Bergman cross court. Blocked at the net and kept alive. Tuttle will get to roll the ball back over, but here comes Bethany. In-system ball. Flinton sets far side. Wants Bergman again. Cross court. Deflected into the glass and the wall. Back on Tuttle's side. 24-22. Set point Broncos. Another long rally, but that one ends Bethany's way. And look who has the ball with the chance to end it. Bergman on the serve. Gets a good one, middle of the floor. Bethany trying to put away set number 3. The set goes middle, blocked at the net. O'Hearn pushes it back over. It's a scramble. Bethany punched it back somehow. I don't know how. Tuttle gets it back to the far side. A light touch over. It's another over. How many times have I said over? It ends Tuttle favor. Both teams trading one hit back and forth, back and forth. No one wanted to play it to the full 3. Bethany's still on set point, but now Tuttle threatening to push it to win by 2. All right, here we go is the serve. It's low, and that'll do it for set number 3. A service error on number 5, Emery Molitor puts that one away, and Bethany goes up 2-1 on the road here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. We'll talk about a response. Bethany, after dropping set 1, has come out and done something really special for the next 2. But the job's not done yet. They got to find one more set win in number 4. Can they do it, or will we be heading to set number 5? Stick around and let's find out right after this.
Say aloha to your new favorite shaved ice and coffee shop, Aloha Shaved Ice. on the corner of Northwest 39th Expressway and Council. Aloha brings the summer vibes no matter what the weather looks like outside. Their year-round shaved ice means you get to enjoy classic flavors like grape, strawberry, and cotton candy, while their extensive selection of coffee complements that chill flavor perfectly. Looking for something different? Aloha has specialty drinks for days. Try the Banana Split, Fuzzy Monkey, Spider-Man, or Shrek. And trust us when we say that's only a small part of their specialty lineup. Sharp-eyed visitors may also notice Aloha's local support in drinks like the Bethany Bronchos, SNU Crimson Storm, SCU Eagles, and Boomer Sooner. You can enjoy games like chess or Candyland while you dine in the cozy atmosphere, or sit outside and find yourself whisked away to the shore. Kick back with all your friends at Aloha, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. Call 405-633-7778, and remember that you can take that sunshine with you thanks to their drive-thru lane. Aloha Shaved Ice and Coffee Shop, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway, 405-633-7778.
At FNBT, our community is our team. And with every transaction you make using your Team Spirit card, we're giving back to local schools for academics, sports, and everything in between. This year alone, you helped us donate more than $71,000. Let's make a bigger impact together. Get your Team Spirit card today.
Meteorologist Aaron Tuttle here. For years, I've been recommending Ferguson Roof Systems to homeowners across Oklahoma. So when Mother Nature struck my house, it was an easy call to make. There's no one I would trust more than Ferguson Roof Systems for my home's roof. Since 1977, Ferguson has led the industry with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and lifetime warranties. Plus, they'll even deal with the insurance companies so you don't have to. So when Mother Nature strikes, make your first call to Ferguson Roof Systems.
And we welcome you back from break, not for our final time, but approaching potentially the final time, as here in Tuttle, Oklahoma, the Broncos have gone up 2-1 over the home team, the Tigers. Entering set number 4, man, what a fun game this has been. This set is sponsored by 39th Tire and Oil Express at 7020 Northwest 39th Expressway. Call 405-833-5992 for 39th Tire and Oil. And remember that they have services in both English and Spanish to get you some new spinning rims and some quality tires at a great price. Bethany will serve first to introduce this set. Again, a chance to put this one away and get some revenge on a Tuttle team that has already knocked off Bethany twice this year. This will be a big win for the Bethany Broncos on a year where they still think they have a real shot at a state championship, and I'd say I agree with them. All right, as the whistle is blown, we get back into the action here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. Bergman set to serve. Her first of the set is up. Tuttle immediately has to play a tough ball from the net, but they get a nice quality swing from their outside hitter. And for the 4th set in a row, Tuttle has first point. Our sponsors are Trinity Endurance, Simplified Tech Solutions, Victory Mattress Outlet, Evans Hardware, and Ship It Sooner, thanks to our stream sponsors who help make these broadcasts possible. With a 1-0 lead, Tuttle serves. Bethany trying to even this thing back out early. They go to Flinton on the near side, going way deep, and it doesn't touch a white jersey, so it'll be a point for the Tuttle Tigers, 2-0. Well, Tuttle really battled back in set number 3. They could have gone down big and stayed down big, but they threatened win by 2. So this Tuttle team knows what they're capable of, and they're going to stay in this at the very end. O'Hearn's ball dug out in the back line by the Tigers, but they just have to roll one over. Goes high. Geisler makes the call. The set, Bergman to O'Hearn, sees the open spot, but Tuttle gets there in time. The Tigers push one to the back row. Palmer up to Bergman, to O'Hearn again. Hit at the net, but Tuttle can't come down with the clean block. Bethany puts themselves on the board 2-1. At Taco Mayo, 101 East Main Street here in Tuttle, they sell some beef taquitos that are cheaper by the dozen for $1.29 each. You can get some incredible and tasty beef taquitos at Taco Mayo. Service ace for the Broncos as Tuttle cannot handle the serve. O'Hearn is putting it on them tonight. Mentioned she's done a great job at finding the seam offensively. Bethany as a team has had some great serves here. Another far one. Tuttle will handle this one well. All tied 2-2. The swing blocked at the net. Bethany keeps it alive. Saylor, opportunistic attempt. She wants one back over, and she's got the kill. And you can see the celebration right there. You know what that means to her. She's left it all out on the floor today and comes up with another clutch one. 3-2, Bethany has the lead in set number 4. O'Hearn continues to serve, and that's another big thing right there. It keeps the serve with 1-3. Palmer on a dig in the back line, but Bergman's got to get there. She gets the set up. It's a rollover from Saylor going deep, but Tuttle has to play it. Where do the Tigers go? They're going to stay on the near side. They clear out around the antenna, and that one not close. It's a point to Bethany, 4-2. Well, Bethany is going on a sprint to the finish here. Already up 4-2. We saw them up as much as 7 or 8 in set number 3. A ball back over, off at the serve. Thompson will set far side. It's going to be Flynn to roll it over. Middle of the floor. Tuttle gets one in rhythm. They go to the far side. That's where they got their first point. They're going to find another one here. Off a deflection of Palmer, 4-3. And that is maybe Tuttle's best play right there. That set over to the far side with number 15 and number 11. They've gotten a lot of quality attempts, a lot of quality shots from that side. Continues to stay true even in set number 4. Off the serve, Geisler there. Here's Bergman on the set. Wants Thompson. Up by the net. A missed touch. And it's back to tie 4-4. Hey, if you're watching this back home in Bethany, you might have saw that commercial for El Cezanne Latin Grill. If you have a kid in the Bethany school system, stop by El Cezanne and bring their student ID. You might get a pretty special discount. Saylor lined up a big shot, but sent it right into the net, 5-4. Tuttle leads by 1. Still, though, although that didn't go Bethany's way, the idea is there. It's quality, just barely missed on the execution. Serves up. Palmer underneath. There's Bergman. Back to Saylor, near side block at the net. Geisler keeps it alive. Going to go over to the far side. Flynn has to roll it over. Gets a long cross-court ball out of the back line. Tuttle can't get a strong swing. Palmer. Oh, no, miscommunication. Flynn and Bergman. It looked like Flynn was lined up for the set, and Bergman was going to let her have it. Then Flynn backed off at the last second. Tuttle leads 6-4. Tough miscommunication, but nothing you can't come back from. Bethany's got to keep the head on straight. Thompson receives the serve. Bergman with an awkward set, but she got it over. Saylor got the touch on it, but just barely out of bounds. Okay, so now Tuttle is up 7-4. And this is another big opportunity. How do they settle back now? How do they stay controlled? Geisler receives the serve. Bergman sets far side, wants Thompson, rolls it off the top of the net, but no good. Tuttle returns the shot from the near side, pushes the back line. Good dig by Palmer. Bergman on the set, going to Flynn, far side, wants the back row, doesn't find it there. The offense continues for Tuttle. Libero swing into the net. And that could be the start of something good for the Broncos here. That very easily could have snowballed on this Bethany team, but they stayed locked in, find a way to get a point. McGuire Fields back into the game, repping number 30. Expect her to see some action very quickly. Thompson on the swing, gets a good serve. Tuttle barely got underneath. They set to the middle, blocked by Saylor. It continues for the Tigers. They roll it over from the middle of the floor. Thompson to Bergman, coming over to Fields. Fields from the near side. She can't get her ball down. Tuttle returns from their outside. Push to Fields. She's underneath. Awkward at the net. It's a tough ball. No one's won it quite yet. Now Tuttle gets a swing, and they send it out of bounds. And that was doubly strange because while Saylor was trying to go up and contest that, she had a player hitting her in the back trying to get a set. But it works out Bethany favor in the end, 7-6. Low serve. Almost mishandled. Somehow Tuttle gets a ball over, but the whistle is going to be blown. That's a two-hand, 7-7. Two-touch, two-hand, whatever the official term is. I blank sometimes. 7-7. Thompson with an even game. Goes back to the corner again. Tuttle trying to break the tie. Regain their lead. They push one far, and it lands in bounds. That's a pretty good way for the Tuttle Tigers to find it, 8-7. Blake Nightingale State Farm sponsors our pregame and postgame, but did you know we have a player of the game to award? And something tells me I'm not going to have an easy choice tonight. Right now, some standouts include Saylor, Bergman, and O'Hearn. Bergman on the set, going to the far side with Flynn. She wants the back corner, doesn't find it there, but Tuttle's in the scramble. They're able to push one over. Bergman, Geisler on the set, going back far side to Flynn. Flynn's ball hit at the net, but knocked out of bounds by the Tuttle Tigers. Tied up 8-8. Just got to keep it going, keep the good things happening here. The serve. It's a fastball, but Tuttle defense. They'll push it back to the far side again. That's where a lot of their offense had come from, but they don't find it on this one. 9-8 now. Bethany leads. Later on this week, we've got some more softball and volleyball, and then on Friday, football starts. Of course, that's a big deal around here. We'll see both of these two teams again. The set comes near side to Fields. She's stuffed at the net and can't follow up on it. 9-9 on the good block from the Tigers. If you're interested to see who people are playing, Tuttle High football has Guthrie. Bethany High has Elgin in a first-round rematch of last year's playoffs. The serve from Tuttle sneaks inside the lines. It's an ace for the ladies in white. 10-9, Tuttle leads. It continues for the Tigers. This serve, no trouble for Thompson. She gets it to Flynn. Who's going to send it over? It's going to be Geisler. Tuttle trying to go up two. They get a good set near side. They line up their shot. Thompson got enough of it. Flynn over to Fields, rolled over, middle of the floor. Tuttle will again set up something nice here, coming to the near side. Light touch, and look at the effort by Bergman. Fields will roll over again, nearly blocked at the net, but Tuttle can't find the follow-up. All tied up still, 10-10. These two teams evenly matched here in set number 4. No one can break away. I tell you what, it's going to be tough to choose anybody but number 14, Hannah Bergman, for player of the game. Nice dig by Flynn. It's going to go to Fields to roll it over. Tuttle gets another look. They're going to go back to the outside. Blocked at the net. That's Bergman and O'Hearn. 11-10. Bethany has the slight advantage here in the 4th. Geisler on the set. Her ball's up, middle of the floor, and here we go again. Tuttle trying to tie it back up. They're going to go back to the outside. Not a big swing here. Flint was underneath. Geisler on the set. Going back to Bergman. Cross court looking for the back line. Nothing there. Tuttle from the libero. Set to the near side. And again, it doesn't find its way over. That time, O'Hearn and Fields went up for it. Geisler has to have a quick discussion with the head official here, but everything's all right. 12-10. Now, again, I'm not sure that ball was going to find its way over the net, but still a good job from the Broncos. Geisler on the serve. Tuttle down 2. They go from the middle of the floor, and they deposit it in the back corner. 12-11. Like I said, when they get that ball, it is all but undefendable. There is next to no way to keep that ball alive when they place it so well. Tuttle's got to see that and find a way to get that more consistently. The set goes to Fields on the far side. Her swing is handled by Tuttle. They're going to get to roll it over. Geisler, let's see if they try it again. Flynn sets to Fields near side. She's got to go for the light touch. Tuttle's defense gets back in time. They swing from the middle of the floor, and it goes straight to the net. And that kind of proves my point is Tuttle kind of opens up their offense with that ball in the back corner, but they haven't been able to consistently turn one into two. They lined up the quality swing out of the middle, and they go straight into the net. If you're the Tigers, you just can't have that this late in the game. Palmer on the serve. All right, here we go. Bethany leads 2. Tuttle's got to find it. From the near side, back line, and the officials say in. That was a 50-50 ball, but it does get down 13-12. Tuttle has the serve back on their side. 13-12 again. It's a long serve, and it's back in the back corner. I mean, were they listening to me or were they listening to me? 13-13, I'd tell you. some players coming onto the floor. We got a few updates from around Class 4A. Currently, Weatherford lost to Woodward 0-1. Elk City leads Clinton 8-1 in softball, and Kingfisher leads Bishop McGinnis 3-2. Another service ace gives an advantage to the Tuttle Tigers, 14-13. All updates brought to you by Stan's Plumbing at 7000 Northwest 63rd Street. Locally owned and operated and highly reviewed. Call 405-721-5100. 14-13. Geisler receives the serve, nearly sends the ball back over. Bethany has a chance to keep it alive. Do they get the roll? Not on this one. 15-13. Kind of gone back to a little bit of a scramble here. Suddenly the momentum has flipped and Tuttle has the advantage with the 2-point lead. Long serve, and that one does go out of bounds. That's what Bethany was looking for earlier. 15-14. Speaking of 14, Hannah Bergman back to serve. See if Bergman can make some magic happen here. Bethany would love an offensive run. The serve's up. Posing libero underneath. The set comes from the middle of the floor. Looking for number 15. Hit at the net, and Geisler can't get there on the dive. Kind of stumbles forward a little bit. 16-14. Tuttle maintains the lead. The Tigers trying anything to push this to set number 5 on the home floor. Their next serve goes far side, and look at the pinball, but this time Bethany has a chance to return it, and it doesn't go their way. Timeout taken. 17-14, Tuttle leads here in set number 4. Bethany needs a chance to talk this one out and settle back down. We'll see if they can find a way to steal that lead back when we return from break.
All-American Pizza at 501 South Mustang Road in Yukon is the home of deliciousness with tasty handmade pizzas, homemade ranch, and one-of-a-kind, not sold anywhere else gyros. Lunch, dinner, feasts. Stop by and eat. You'll find friendly staff, great deals, and an Oklahoma original menu crafted with 100% natural ingredients. Bring the whole family to this family-owned and operated restaurant and get a taste of their mini lunch and dinner specials. Call 405-324-5551 for All-American Pizza in Yukon.
While we got a second, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Bethany Broncos. See it on your screen now. Today we're at Tuttle, then we're over at Southwest Covenant in Yukon coming up. That'll be a fun one. Then you've got Christian Heritage at home. And the week is rounded out at Crossings Christian, who usually puts up a pretty good volleyball team as well. So some fun matchups coming up for this Broncos team. As we get back into the action, it's 17-14. Tuttle has the serve. Bethany defends it well. They go to a Ahern on the far side, punched up, and a fight for it at the net. 3 touches on the Broncos, and they can't find a way to get it over. 18-14 coming out of break. Into the game, number 9, Kayler King. You'll see her on the right side of your screen to the right of Geisler. Serves up, 18-14. Again, Geisler there on the reception. They're going to feed it to Flinton. Off the deflection, Tuttle keeps it alive. They set for the middle of the floor, going to the far side. Running touch. Look at the dig from Bergman. King to send it over, and the volley continues. A touch at the net, push back to the back corner. Bethany wanted a call on it, not going to get it. Bergman to roll it over. Bethany stays alive defensively, but they got to find a way to turn it into the offense. Blocked at the net. Tuttle lets it go, and it lands out of bounds for a Tigers point. 19-14. Tuttle leads by 5. This was a big obstacle for them to overcome in set number 3. Now they've got Bethany on the opposite end of it. Here we go. Bergman on the set. Going near side once Flinton. Flinton with the push. Might have hit the antenna. And yeah, they're going to say it hit the antenna. Bethany wants that call to go the other way. Let's see if they get a chance to talk about this one. Hands on the head everywhere on Bethany's bench. Geisler does take a second to talk to the official. Let's see if they hold it. Call upheld. It's point number 20 for the Tigers. A tough break for the Broncos there. That was a tough ball to play from beginning to finish. Now Tuttle leads 6, 20-14. Low serve, King underneath. Bergman sets for Ahern, going to that back corner. No Tiger jersey, got a hand on it. 21-14 on the attacking error. Tuttle only 4 points away from pushing it to set number 5. They continue the serve. Geisler there to defend. Bergman gets the good set. Flint needs something here, has to pop it up, can't get a quality swing. Tuttle from the middle of the floor, that's where they play it. Blocked at the net. Kiara O'Hearn trying to make something happen, can't find open floor. Tuttle goes to the far side, Geisler there for the dig. Here's Bergman on the set, goes back to O'Hearn. There's the hook shot, and this one falls. 21-15. Another tough point to win. Tuttle did not want to give it up, but Bethany found a way. O'Hearn serve, travels deep, still down 6. Tuttle pushes it from the far side, King underneath. Here's Bergman on the set, coming to the near side with Thompson. Thompson's ball straight into the net. 22-15. So funnily enough, I'm looking at the scoreboard right here. Tuttle's points have gone 25, 24, 23, currently sitting at 22 in set number 4. That's a pretty fun pattern. Bethany trailing 7. Got to find a late set rally to put some pressure on the Tigers here. King the set for Saylor. Saylor's ball touched at the net. They go for a center dump. Saylor sends it right back their way. Now Tuttle gets a swing from the near side over Saylor and down in front of King. 23-15. Bethany trails 8. Tuttle approaching set 5. Geisler receives the serve. Setter dumped by Bergman. No good. Geisler races to get to it. Bergman now sets for the far side. Wants Flint to the back corner. And the point goes Tuttle. Set point. And it looks like we're heading to number 5, folks. Save something incredible. It's going to be 1st to 15 to decide who wins this game. The set point serve. Bethany will keep it alive. Saylor from the near side going to the back row. Tuttle's defense holds. They're going to set to their own back line. The libero to send it over. King on the reception. Bergman sets. Looking for Flint. Flint with the touch. And she finds unoccupied floor. 24-16. Bethany trying to go on their late set rally here. McGuire Fields into the game. Isla Thompson back to serve. Thompson has a chance to lead her team to an incredible come-from-behind victory. And that's another point going Bethany favor. 24-17. Tuttle was looking to put that one on the far line. Got a little bit too much. Thompson continues to serve, now down 7. Puts a good one towards the back corner. It's an over. Tuttle gets 3 touches on it. That'll be number 4. Point awarded to the Broncos. 24-18. Thompson now down 6. Where does she aim here? Goes back to that corner. Tuttle gets a good reception, but they just have to roll it over. Bethany will get one, insist on Bergman. The set for Saylor. Big swing. It's hit, and we're going to set number 5. Like we said, neither team going down without a fight. In set number 4, Tuttle evens the game back out 2-2. I think we all knew it was going to go this way. Come on, we got a set 5 thriller in Tuttle, Oklahoma. If you're going somewhere, I can't help you. But if you're sticking around, we got maybe the most entertaining set 5 across the state.
Rooted in trust and built on smiles, Boone Reeves Orthodontics is your local specialist for both adults and children. Serving Bethany and all of OKC with their exceptional skill, Dr. Boone and Dr. Reeves are eager to see you. Book your next appointment by calling 405-367-8147 or stop by 7221 Northwest 23rd Street, Unit CD in Bethany. Boone Reeves Orthodontics utilizes state-of-the-art equipment and a wealth of medical knowledge to ensure your smile shines like never before. Congratulations to this year's Bethany High Senior Class, and remember Boone Reeves Orthodontics when it's time to schedule your next appointment.
Hi, I'm Trinity. I'm with Red River Credit Corporation. I've been with the loan service for about 2 years. We'd love to help you with your auto or signature loans. We are located at 1081 South Cornwall Drive in Suite 401, Yukon, Oklahoma. Our phone number is 405-354-1930. We offer no credit checks on our clear and free title. Our title loans are a quick service, no credit check needed. Just come in with your vehicle and your title and we can get you taken care of. We offer electronic closing. If you're a former borrower or an established loan here, we can help you from the comfort of your house. We're a quick and friendly service and we'd love to meet you for the first time. Stop by and see us today.
Conrad Marr Drug at 948 Yukon Parkway serves the Yukon area with professional customer service, compounding, over-the-counter medicine, and delivery. Call Conrad Marr Drug at 354-2582. That's Conrad Marr Drug at 948 Yukon Parkway, which serves the Yukon area. Professional customer service, compounding, over-the-counter medicine, and delivery. Call 354-2582. 354-2582. That's Conrad Marr Drug. When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
It's 1st to 15 in Tuttle, Oklahoma. The fifth set brought to you by Full Service Auto Repair at 6505 Northwest 36th Street. Call 405-596-9724 from Full Service Auto. Well, you got to do everything possible to win this game right here in number 5. And Full Service does everything for your vehicle to make sure it is out on the road safe and reliable to drive. Thanks to Full Service Auto Repair. Well, you can see it in the scoreboard. 25-18, set 1 for victory for Tuttle. 25-18, set 4 victory. Bethany has to keep this one close. And that's a great start to set number 5 for the Broncos. An error makes it 1-0. And for maybe the first time all night, Bethany gets the first point of the set. They're going to give the ball to Bergman. And why wouldn't you? Number 14 gets a running start. A 1-0 lead for the Broncos in a decisive set 5. Big swing from Tuttle, but dug out by Bergman. Geisler sets near side, wants Thompson. Thompson's ball goes too far. Tied 1-1. Well, I tell you what, that dig right there might have just sealed it. I think Hannah Bergman is without a doubt my pick for player of the game, folks. Number 1-4 has had one heck of a night. I can just only hope that this ends in a victory for her. Even game. Tuttle on the running start. Geisler underneath. Bergman gets the set coming near side for Flinton. Flinton hit at the net, but kept alive by the white jerseys. Tuttle on the return shot. Middle of the floor. Light one. O'Hearn sends it back the way it came. It's a scramble, but Tuttle gets to play it. No block from O'Hearn. It falls in front of Geisler. 2-1. Tuttle on top. Before we get into this point, by the way, thanks to all our Tuttle sponsors that are going to be with us for football. Again, tune in this Friday for some state champ Tuttle High School football. Bergman sets near side, wants Flynn. Flynn going to the back line. It is dug out. Tuttle on the return shot going from the near side. They have to go with a light one. Thompson underneath. There's the set. O'Hearn from the middle. Nothing going. On the Tiger logo, Tuttle trying to go up 3-1. Back line out of bounds. 2-2 instead. Emma Saylor back into the game. Geisler gets a small break. Kiara O'Hearn back to serve. O'Hearn, high one, middle of the floor. A bad reception, but Tuttle gets to play it. They're going to go from the near side, but a missed swing gives Bethany a lead, 3-2. Well, again, if anybody out there doesn't know, set 5 is 1st to 15. We're still in win by 2. O'Hearn continues the serve. Trying to go up 2. Tuttle from the front of the net. Dug out by Bergman. O'Hearn gets the set. Bergman to roll it over. Tuttle gets a ball. Someone in system. Middle of the floor set. It's a light touch. Bergman back underneath. O'Hearn with the set. This time looking for Thompson. Thompson falling shot. Sent it right back over the net. Here's a good chance for the Broncos. Thompson on the set. Wants Flinton from the far side. Flinton hit at the net. Gets it back over, and Tuttle continues the rally. They come from the near side by the antenna. Blocked at the net by Saylor. It's a scramble for the Tigers. Can they get it back over? They can. Palmer to Bergman. Far side wants Flinton. Doesn't find open ground. The rally continues from the outer half. Palmer on the dig. Bergman with a long set. O'Hearn has to roll it over. Neither team can beat the other's defense. Somehow Tuttle punches the ball over. I don't know, folks. Flynn on the big swing, and finally it finds the floor. 4-2, and the Bethany side goes nuts. Another long rally ends Bethany's favor, but they got to find a little bit more. O'Hearn has been serving this whole time. The set from the middle of the floor. Tuttle on the swing, blocked at the net once more. They get another chance from the far side. No block this time. Palmer underneath. It's going to be someone on the side. I don't know who sent that over, but Tuttle now swings from the near side, looking for Bergman. They're going to get it past number 1-4. Tuttle keeps it within one. O'Hearn comes out of the game. Geisler back on to provide the back row defense. Number 1-4 back to serve for Tuttle. Serves up. Here we go. Geisler there. Tuttle trying to tie it up. Bethany trying to go up two, and it's out of bounds. The swing came from the near side and Saylor, I believe, but it's going to go 4-4. Number 1-4 in white continues the serve. Trying to give Tuttle the lead for the first time here in set number 5. Thompson to Bergman, middle of the floor, wants Flynn. Saylor got an arm on it. It's going to be kept alive. Great defense from the Bethany Broncos. Great hustle all around. Tuttle rolls one over from their back line. Geisler to the middle. Here's Bergman setting near side and wants Thompson to jump the swing. No good. 5-4. And another missed swing. Bethany not out of it yet. Tuttle, though, has found their first lead of the set. The 5-4 serve. It's a good one. Palmer underneath. Bergman will set near side. Wants Saylor. She's been good from that position. Blocked at the net, but kept alive. Palmer on the set. Going far side. Wants Flinton. Flinton's ball to the middle of the floor. No good there either. Tuttle lines up the shot from the outside. Deflected and kept alive. Flinton will push it. Middle of the floor. Trying for the logo. No good on that one. Tuttle now from the near side. Blocked at the net by Saylor. And the rally. Whew. I'm not down there on the floor, folks. This game is tiring, tell you what. 5-5. Palmer comes out of the game. She's had a great couple of rallies on the floor. Tuttle trying to retake the lead. They're not going to find it on this one. The libero can't get it over the net. 6-5. Bethany up on top. Thompson serving here. Gets another good one. Bethany trying to go back up two. Tuttle sets on the logo. Hit over the front row. Geisler will set far side looking for Flynn. Blocked at the net. Can Tuttle keep it alive? A kick and a swing. It's over. Geisler on the dig. Bergman sets. Once McGuire Fields. Fields to the back row. And the rally once again continues. Tuttle now by the antenna. Get a rolling shot and it falls underneath Thompson. 6-6. About halfway done with set number 5 already. 12 combined points by these two teams, perfectly even. Tuttle still has the serve. 6-6, trying to give themselves the lead. It's a low serve, but Thompson was there. Bergman on the set, wants Flinton on the far side. Nice swing, no good though. Tuttle will set to their own outside hitter. Blocked at the net. No, Hearn sends the ball back over. Flinton sent the ball back over. A light touch. And Tuttle puts it where a purple jersey isn't. 7-6. Saw open floor right there by, I want to call it the pylon. We'll call it the padding. Tuttle has the 1-point lead. Oh no, it could be 2, and it will be. Thompson and Geisler, another miscommunication. 8-6, Tuttle leads. Thompson coming out of the game. In her place goes Kaylor King. Tuttle up 2. Got to feel like for Bethany, you don't want them to get another. Don't think either team has been up more than 2 this set. They target King immediately, but she handles it well. The set comes near side, wants Fields. Fields got a good ball. It's over. Saylor throws it down. start to finish, a great, great possession by the Broncos. Flinton back to serve. Number 18 has had a lot to do today. Can she round it out with some great serves? Bethany trailing 1. The set goes middle of the floor, and another miss hit by Tuttle. 8-8. That one, I believe, was Avery Chastain, number 7, one of their starters. All tied up. The serve goes right. Did it stay in bounds? It didn't. Service error gives a point back. Tuttle leads 9-8. The Tigers now make their substitution. And look out for that number. It's again number 15 coming into the game. Long serve, and it's an ace. That time it's King and Geisler on the miscommunication. Both took a step away from where the ball landed. Tuttle leads 2. Five points to go for the home team Tigers. The serve going far, King there. The set from Flinton coming near side once Bergman blocked at the net but kept alive by the Bethany defense. It's going to go to Saylor on the far side, cross court roll. Tuttle gets back in time. The set from the middle of the floor going up by the near antenna, and King can't keep it alive. It bounds into the stands. Tuttle up 3, timeout taken. Looks like Coach Cagle is on the same page. You don't want to see Tuttle go up much more than 2. They're going to take a quick break, but don't expect them to be here long.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
All right, we're already back out of that timeout. I told you they wouldn't stay in it long, maybe 30 seconds. The serve's up, and Geisler has the hustle for it. Can't keep it in bounds. 12-4, an ace for Tuttle. They've gotten a couple of aces throughout tonight's competition, but now they're finding them at the most important moment. Tuttle 3 points away from a win. This one handled well by Bethany. They're going to go to Saylor on the far side. They need number 22 to come up with something here. Tuttle's defense holds are going to feed to their own outside hitter. Geisler on the dig. The set comes near side. They want Fields. Fields in the middle of the floor. No good on that one. Tuttle trying to make it 13 from the near antenna. Popped up at the net. Geisler got underneath. Flinton on the set. Fields again. Back corner. She's got it. And there's a chance that that ball is what keeps Bethany in this match. They needed something from the outside. Couldn't find it with number 22, but they found it with number 30. Geisler on the serve. Bethany still trails 3. They need to turn 1 into 2 here. Big swing from the middle of the floor, and they're going to get it. Bethany in double digits in set number 5, 12-10. Tuttle, the Achilles heel. They've given the point back. Geisler continues to serve, targeting the corner. It's an awkward ball, and yeah, I saw it. That's number 9 on the Tigers underneath the net, trying to get a set. Ridiculously difficult ball to play. It doesn't work out Tigers' way. Bethany only trails 1. Tuttle trying to shut it down from the outside. Fields sends the ball back over. Are you kidding me? McGuire Fields. Tuttle running swing, dug out in the back row. Here's Flynn, the set for Fields. Can she put the hammer down? No, the point goes Tuttle. Just barely out of bounds. 13-11, Tuttle stays up by 2. The hands are back on the heads on the Tuttle bench. It's not over yet. Nearly a service error, but Geisler read it, got underneath. O'Hearn from the near side going to the back corner. Bad to receive, bad reception. It's 13-12. Are you kidding me with this one? Bethany still trails 1, trying to tie it back up. Kennedy Palmer back to serve with a chance to tie it at 13. No, it goes into the net. The service error. Match point Tuttle. Trying to get the set 5 victory, the 3-2 win, and the third this season over the Broncos. Tuttle serves for potentially the final time. Middle of the floor, handled. Can someone get to it? Bethany tries to put it over. They're not going to find it. That's game. Tuttle to the end, fought tooth and nail, and the home team finds a way to rally in the end. They continue to get the better of the Broncos in 2026, and it's a heartbreaker for the ladies in purple. What a game, folks, what a game. We got the Blake Nightingale post-game show to do immediately after this, so stick around. I'll tell you how we got to this point. I'll give you some highlight players and some storylines to look for as we get into our next match. Don't go anywhere here on GSN Sports and Talk.
Well, hey, this is Blake Nightingale here at State Farm. Just wanted to reach out to you real quick. I'm headed out to Disney World this week, so we're excited with the family. But wanted to take a few minutes just to talk to you about what is important as we're going into the summertime and the school year when it comes to your insurance. And so obviously here at State Farm, we do everything, auto, home, life. And it's just a great time, too, as you're getting ready to finish up vacations and get back into the swing of things with school starting, just to kind of do your checks with your insurance. Call your agent. Make sure you know what coverages you have, what's important and what's changing. Insurance is always changing, and State Farm's got some new options, new plans, some exciting things coming up. We also have some dividends coming out to our existing customers as well. So a lot of fun stuff to come out here. I've got 5 licensed staff members that are really ready and willing to help and just kind of go through your insurance needs. And so give us a call. We'd love to help you out anytime you have some time just to get a quote or go over your current policies with us. Give us a call here at 405-728-1313, or you can also text us, same number at that, 405-728-1313. We hope you have a great rest of your summer with all the vacations planned, and hope to have fun at Disney World in the next couple weeks. So thank you, guys.
And we return for the Blake Nightingale post-game show live on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. At the conclusion of this one, the home team, the Tigers, get the set 5 win, the 3-2 victory over your Bethany Broncos. And what a game that was all the way down to the wire, folks. I mean, come on, back and forth. One team would go on a run, the next would answer. And it's back and forth, not just inside the sets, but outside the sets as well. Tuttle gets number 1, Bethany 2 and 3, then Tuttle 4 and 5, staving off a late game comeback from the Bethany Broncos. This is the Blake Nightingale post-game show. Blake Nightingale, of course, at 7304 Northwest Expressway back in Oklahoma City. He insures home, life, auto, business, and much more. Large local supporters, huge local supporters even, including support of our Bethany Broncos. As all the players mingle and head out of the gym, looking ahead, Bethany has got some fun matchups this season, far from over, but man, 0 for 3 against the Tuttle Tigers. I mean, that's got to sting, but you just got to give credit to this Tuttle squad. They have something special this year. They had miscues, they had missed swings. It felt like at times they couldn't find their rhythm, but they kept their head down and found a way to win it in the end. Bethany has a lot of positives they can take away from this one as well. The serves were immaculate. Hannah Bergman is without a doubt my player of the game. Number 1-4 had one heck of a night. And overall, with just a few things go differently, Bethany would be walking out of here with a win. So again, for this Bethany team, right, there's a lot that went well. Just barely couldn't find it at the end here today. But yeah, without a doubt, Hannah Bergman's my player of the game. What didn't she do tonight? She had some clutch digs. She was their primary setter. She had some kills offensively and an incredible string of serves earlier on in this game. Number 1-4 is no doubt my pick for player of the game. So looking ahead, I mean, you got to imagine that it's going to be a lot similar to that. Let's take one more look at the teams we have coming up. We just wrapped up versus Tuttle here today. We've got Southwest Covenant in 2 days on Thursday. Then on the 1st of September, we're at home versus Christian Heritage Academy. And then on the 3rd, still at home versus Crossings Christian School, who, If you've watched for a volleyball for a little bit, you know how good Crossings is. So at the end of that one, right, you start this week off with a tough matchup. You're going to finish it with a tough matchup. As much as this one hurts, you got to flush it. You got to look ahead because there's a lot coming up for the Bethany Broncos. But hey, thanks for tuning in one more time here on GSN Sports and Talk. At the conclusion of a fun night, I just wish everybody a safe drive home that was in attendance. And I hope everybody tunes in tomorrow for a softball coaches show up at Victory Mattress Outlet. And remember that the football coaches show will be posted to YouTube as well as staying on Facebook tomorrow. But I think that about wraps it up for me. One more thank you to our stream sponsors, Evans Hardware, Victory Mattress Outlet, Simplified Tech Solutions, and Trinity Endurance for their sponsorship of the broadcast and support of the stream. And, of course, thanks to Taco Mayo at 101 East Main out here in Tuttle for helping me out. We're excited to be with them for football again, have some game day shows out there. Remember, it's Indian Taco Tuesday. If you're in the area looking for some dinner, grab yourself an Indian taco. I can attest it is very good. But if that's not what you're feeling, they've got a wide variety of items on the menu, including quesadillas, taquitos, burritos, and much more. Thanks to Miss Inez in Taco Mayo, and thanks to everybody who tuned in for tonight's match. From Luke Young out here in Tuttle, Oklahoma, good night, God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.